Hey guys, it's me, Jody from O'Neill's Deals, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today is Vlogmas Day 3, meaning it is December 3rd, 2020. I am getting a lot of work done today, quite frankly. I've done some photographing, some measuring, some shipping, and I got my Torrid package, which I'm really excited about. If you guys like this video, please like this video. Give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post new videos. I'm going to time travel back about 8 hours now, so I will see you there. Morning! It's day 3 and I am a little bit raspy today apparently. I have my cup of coffee. It's like 9:15ish. I spent a good chunk of time this morning like just cleaning my house. It just needed to be done. So I woke up and I was like, you know what? I need to do some cleaning. So I cleaned up the kitchen, the dishes, the laundry's going, XYZ, you know, the normal stuff. And now I'm finally sitting at my desk. I decided to get my tripod like set up. It's not a tripod. It's one of those like pop socket grip mount things. It's really handy. And that way I don't have to like make people nauseous all the time watching these videos. So I have that set up. I'm gonna do my like morning normal stuff that I showed you guys before, relisting, sending offers. I'm gonna get my 10 listings up this morning, and then once I finish those couple of things, I'm going to actually work on photographing this rack. So I'll hop back on and show you guys some of the stuff and kind of go through what's even on the rack right now, because it's kind of a mess. But it's supposed to be decent today. There's not a cloud in the sky outside, so I need to take advantage and get some photographing done, but I want to make sure I complete my morning processes before I go jumping into a different project. Once I'm done photographing, I'll probably go take a walk, and then I'll come back and do my measuring inside and then go from there. I have no idea how long that's going to take me or what that's going to look like. I'm guessing I'll probably be done with that around 2 o'clock. So yeah. I don't know, that's kind of just how photographing days are. Like I try to just go with the flow, go until it's done, or I run out of light, which happens quite a bit with my setup, but I really love my setup, so I'm not really looking to change it right now. And I don't have room in my house for like a indoor photographing space, unfortunately. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't mind my photographing setup outside. It's just that I am like, you know, victim to what the weather decides to do that day. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work and I'll see you guys in a second. And it's time for cup number 2. Very important. Right, it's time to photograph. I didn't get the listings done, but I know I'm running out of good light time, so it was gonna do this instead. This is my rolling rack that I got off of Amazon. Nothing crazy, fancy, or special. It has like expandable things on it. I'll probably link it down below just so that if you guys are interested in a rolling rack. This one does collapse. I've only ever collapsed it a couple of times because I almost always have stuff on it, so I've never really needed to. But I'm gonna take some of this stuff off. So this is like new stuff, and then this is stuff that's already photographed through to like the hanger here. This is like my placeholder. So this is all stuff that needs to be photographed, but I've already steamed most of this, or well, I've steamed it, but some of it will just need some like very quick re-steaming because it's just been sitting on the rack kind of tightly together. So I'm gonna do that really quickly and then head outside. I actually photograph out here in my backyard, which looks crazy because it is, but I use this wall right here. So I'll show you guys once I'm out there, but I'm gonna do some quick like refresh steaming and then get outside. I organized my rolling rack by like item type. So if you're looking, I don't have much in the way of things that are normally in the beginning, but I usually do like tank top, short sleeves, long sleeves, button downs, and then sweaters. So these are all of my sweaters. I've just been working on my rack, so these are all the sweaters through to here, and then I do dresses. So these are all dresses through to here, and then outerwear. So then usually I have pants in the back, but because I've been working on it, don't have much in these like front categories, because I always work from left to right. I think that just comes from like my Gap time that I spent working at Gap, where you would have a rolling rack, or if you're in the fitting room, just like a bar, like a hanging bar, that's just full of stuff, and it's really overwhelming to look at and not know where to start. So if you're loading the rack and you organize it as you're doing it, it saves you the mental hassle, I guess is what I want to say. Like, it's less overwhelming to look at and know that you're gonna conquer it, like putting things away. So I have continued to do that, because then when I'm photographing, I'm like, oh, I only have the dress section left, or whatever. And then when I'm listing, I'm batch listing with like, I'm doing 10 dresses today, and I have all of my photographs like in order based on the category. It just makes it like an organized mess and just a lot less overwhelming for at least me. So that's something that I just find helpful personally. I did go ahead and decide to only do my sweaters today. This is our catio. There's a cat. So this is my photographing space. Very high tech. I am gonna zoom you back out, just because it's easier to see. So here's my wall with my lovely hook that's covered in washi tape. Yeah, so this is the wall that I photograph on. And the sun is right there. But what I usually do is I'm able to photograph until the sun gets close enough to the wall. So once it kind of passes over that house and kind of hits over here, it goes onto the wall and I can't use it anymore. So I'm gonna photograph this stuff, hopefully all of it, and then if I get to the point where I'm done and I have time still with the lighting, so you can see the lights right there, I'll go in and steam some of the dresses, because those were not steamed before. So I will work on those if I have time, but I'm not sure that I'm going to, because it's already almost 11 and usually I have until around 12 to get it all done. So I'm gonna say hi to Jack. Hi, bud. Hi. Can you say hi to the camera? It's like, no, I'm busy scratching right now, Mom. I usually keep my rack like as close to me as possible. Like, I'm standing in my photo spot and I can touch my rack. So I hang everything on the wood hanger when I photograph it, just because it looks nicer and it like keeps my closet really like uniform. So this is a Frank and Eileen's top that I found that I thought was pilly, but this is actually like the texture of the fabric, because I fabric shaved it and it still looks like that. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, so I literally, when I'm done, I'll just take it off the hanger, put the hanger right there, put the item back on its black hanger, and then move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. So I don't have to move. Sometimes I do have to step back if the item's a little bit longer, just so that the whole thing fits in the frame. But the less you have to like walk back and forth and do stuff, the easier it is, and you save a lot of time doing it that way. I usually, if I don't have my rack available, if it's too full, I'll just take stuff off. But I used to have all my stuff hanging on the catio, so you can kind of see some of the little things are bent from me hanging clothes on there. But I would have to walk back and forth. It's like 6 feet every time, and that just takes forever to do. So I went ahead and started using my rack outside again, and it has saved me a ton of time, and I don't have to do all that moving. Not that like moving is bad, but like it just saves you time in the process of doing it. Yeah, kind of fun. Also, that is our catio. My husband built this in our backyard, and it's really cool. The cats love it. They can go in and out whenever they want and eat as much grass as they want. Huh. But they just go in and out through the window, and they absolutely love it. So it's kind of one of those projects that my husband decided he wanted to do, and we can go in there if we want and just open the door. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Just finished photographing, so this is my place marker now. There's one jacket that I didn't photograph just because it needs to be lint rolled. I just didn't notice when I was inside. That's okay. And I'm gonna go in and have lunch, probably go for a walk. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but it did get cloudy. So then when I come back, I will do my measurements for the stuff that was on the rack that was already photographed, and the stuff that I just did today. I'm not gonna be able to get to the dresses just because of the time. It's 11:45, so it's just not not gonna happen today, but maybe tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be decent again tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Just finished photographing, so this is my place marker now. There's one jacket that I didn't photograph just because it needs to be lint rolled. I just didn't notice when I was inside. That's okay. And I'm gonna go in and have lunch, probably go for a walk. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but it did get cloudy. So then when I come back, I will do my measurements for the stuff that was on the rack that was already photographed, and the stuff that I just did today. I'm not gonna be able to get to the dresses just because of the time. It's 11:45, so it's just not not gonna happen today, but maybe tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be decent again tomorrow. So I just got back, and my package is here from Torrid. I'm so excited. I ordered some boots, which is why it's in a box. I'm gonna open it in a second. So I got 2 pairs of boots. I think I ordered these on Black Friday, or like just before when they were doing their other sales. So I got 2 pairs of boots. I think this is the dress that I got. Let's see. 2 pairs of boots. Or no, maybe 1 pair of boots? No, there's 2. 2 pairs of boots. I don't know. I ordered a bunch of stuff, basically. I don't think that slip has everything on it, because this is a pair of leggings. Ugh. Shall we? And the box for my cats. You guys want that? I know you do. I know I could just take that off, but it's a little bit easier to do it that way. I was needing some over-the-knee boots. Usually I would get them at Payless, but Payless went out of business. So I got these. These are like a faux suede. Little baby heel. And then the other ones, I think are brown. Scissors. Open the correct way. Yeah. These are like a faux leather with a panel on the back. Some buckles. I have to get the wide calf because I have wide calves. So these will be perfect. I've been wanting some to just wear with leggings. And they were on sale. So speaking of leggings, I got these. They're just like black full length leggings. I'm gonna open up this dress here. 1 second. Okay, yeah, so here's the leggings. I opened them up. They're just like classic black. And then this is just a little black jersey, like skeeter skirt with a tie. That I did not pay $65 for. I think it was $12. So I'm hoping that this will fit. I'll wear it with like a cardigan and some tights and boots and stuff. It's gonna actually be perfect for a job interview that I have. It might be Friday, which is tomorrow, or Monday. A friend of mine works for a nonprofit, and Sorry, my cat distracted me. They are looking for an accounts payable person. It's like a really small office. It's just her and that person. And it's part-time, like I said. And so it's 20 to 25 hours a week, flexible schedule. So I could do 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, however I want to split up the hours. And some of it can be work from home. So if I get the job, so I'll have my interview and then I need to give them some references, then I would just not be a full-time reseller anymore, but I'd at least have steady income. And then when we go to buy a house, hopefully in the next couple years, I'll have some job history. So that's kind of important. That's something that I definitely didn't think about when I left my other job. I mean, I thought about it, but it's a little bit more difficult to get a mortgage when you are self-employed, unless you have a really large down payment. But yeah, and I don't know, I might not even get the job, but she said that I'm like the only candidate right now. They haven't actually posted the job. She just reached out to me specifically because she knew that's what I did before. And that I was self-employed and just doing reselling, so she wasn't sure if I was even open to anything, but she did think of me, which was really nice. So we'll see. You guys will know what's going on, but I figure I can wear that dress, like I mentioned, with tights and boots and a cardigan, and that's like nice enough to wear. I don't really have any like nice clothes that I'm pretty much just dressed casually. And she said casual is totally like fine for the office wear, but for an interview, of course, I want to wear like something like a little nicer. But I don't own any dress pants that fit me because I haven't had to go to an interview in years, and I wasn't planning on having this interview necessarily. I wasn't looking for a job. She reached out to me, but I don't know, feels like an opportunity that it's kind of hard to pass up, especially with that flexibility. Yeah. Sad, my Torrid boots did not fit. They are both too big. I ordered an 8.5 in one and a 9 in another. The 9s were way too big. The 8.5s were just too big. So I really could have used an 8 in both, which makes me very sad because they were both very cute, other than the fact that they were too big in the footbed area. So I gotta take a trip to UPS. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Just get them dropped off. So my husband came home early because he has a dentist appointment today, which I forgot about. Like, I knew fully about it yesterday when I was talking to him about it, and then today I was just like, why are you home so early? I still have stuff I want to get done. So he just left for his dentist appointment, and I'm going to start measuring my shenanery. I just moved my rack, so usually it's over there. I just put it right here, and I put all the stuff back on it. So I'm going to measure from this one to my placeholder, which is this one. This is all the stuff that's photographed. So then this is the stuff that I'll try and work on tomorrow. And I usually just measure on my table. This is the tripod I was talking about earlier, which is my little thing. But I just use this table here. So I need to move that stuff, obviously, wipe off the table, and vacuum because my floor gets crap all over it from the cats coming in and out from the catio. So yeah. This is Jack, who you guys met earlier. He's constantly in my videos. He has a big personality, and he's helping me measure stuff right now. So I got my measuring tape out. I do have the rack right here, which I've already took some of the stuff off and done and measured. But I usually just hang the immediate things I'm working on right here on the cat tree, so that I don't have to get up, because I can actually sit on the couch and do this without having to stand and be bent over all the way, which saves on my back. But then I just get up and grab like a chunk and move it over here so that it's easier for me to do. I was just like fully aware that they are that crazy neighbor. I gotta go get the mail because my Athleta leggings that I ordered from Poshmark are here. But what am I wearing right now? It's a mystery to even me. In a weird angle. I'm gonna open my Poshmark package. Just in a Tyvek envelope. There's my leggings I ordered. These are just Athleta. I wanted to buy some from Athleta, but they're like $90. And I was like, holy buckets. These might be too big, but they're $8 on Poshmark. And there's a little card in here. Precious. Thank you for your purchase. I added a bonus item. Hope you enjoy it. But she couldn't have added any of the other pairs of Athleta leggings that I liked in her closet. She did add a Jones New York top. A little tank. Kind of smells weird. Okay, well, I'll put it in the wash and I'll sell it. Why not? Really not my style, but that's okay. Guys, it's shipping time, so I have, I think, 4 packages to pack up. Not a lot. Quite a few low dollar sales today, but that is okay. I'm just gonna get these packed up and ready. My husband is still at the dentist, so I figured I would go ahead and record the shipping while he's gone, and that way I don't have to make him wait in the other room like I did yesterday. I just got a call from my friend who's looking to get me that job, and she said that they aren't quite ready yet, but so it'll probably be on Monday. My interview is going to be a Zoom interview, and I've never even used Zoom before. I'll be using it tomorrow. I'm going to be attending 5206 on Instagram, her Poshmark Turns 9 party on Zoom. I'm going to be going to that. So that'll be like my first time really using Zoom, but I imagine it's like Skype, and I've used Skype before, so I don't think it's going to be that difficult, but they're going to do the interview that way, so they don't have as much exposure to outside people, which is totally fine with me. The only thing is, like, I'm really bad at interviewing. Anyone else, like, really bad? You know, I'm really good at working. Like, I'm a good worker, and I can do the job, but when it comes to thinking of situations when I did something a certain way that, like, is a category, like those things where they're like, think of a time when you had a conflict with another coworker, and what did you do? And I'm like, I went to HR. Or like, think of a time when you had trouble with something and you had to work through it. And I'm like, I did something and I worked through it. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, nothing is gonna be a good example. And like, I've given interviews. Like, I've listened to hundreds, because my old job, we did all of the hiring. Sorry if that's loud. And you know, I heard so many times people's answers, and like, honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me. I know I can do the work, and that I can get the job done, and I'm a good worker, and you want me on your team, so just hire me, please. Thanks. And especially since it's going to be a Zoom interview. I don't know, that'll be different. But I guess, and they're like, oh, think of questions or answers to the questions before you go. And I'm like, I can't even think of anything, you know? Like, I was laying in bed with my husband yesterday, and I was like, if they ask me that question about, like, think of a time that you worked through a problem, and I'm literally just laid there, and I was like, I can't even think of a single example. Like, I have, I guess, not good memory recall on stuff like that. I always check. Some of my stuff is bagged. Sorry, I'm like, just keep going. That was a fuzzy sweater. You can see it right here. This is a bundle. This is literally the oldest item in my entire inventory I sold today. So I have a new oldest item, which is kind of fun. But my older inventory is all in these plastic bags, which I don't use anymore. And so if they have just that one item, I'll leave it in the bag. but I like to smell the item just in case like being in the bag made it smell, or like it smelled before I put it in the bag and then I go to package it up and it's not good. So hence the smelling. But like I said, I don't know, I just don't have good like recall, like situational recall, unless you're like jogging my memory. Like my mom is like, remember that time when we went to blah 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 at this time? And I'm like, yeah. But she's like, when was that time that you helped your brother? And I'm like, any zillion of times. Like I can't think of a single example of like one. Like I just am not good at that. So I mean, that's okay, like in most instances, like it's not an issue, but in like an interview, that's what they expect you to do, and I just don't have that skill. Of all of the skills to not have, that's not that bad of one to not have it. I only need it when I'm doing an interview, but when I'm doing an interview is when it matters. How do you like explain to someone like, oh, I have really bad like memory recall of like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it's really hard to explain, and it sounds like an excuse of like why I can't answer your question or any of your questions. So it's frustrating, but hopefully they hire me. That's pretty much all I can say. I did get the job, my last job, but the person that hired me was like, her name's Chloe. She was really cool, and I actually didn't have any experience in like an office setting. I just had retail experience because I worked at Gap, and they still hired me, and I don't know what it was about me that she liked, but I have a very distinct instinct for people. So like during the hiring process, because I was like always in the office, I listened to like a zillion different interviews. They used to do this test where they would take you around the office and you had to do like 3 different tasks. And one of them was interacting with one of the team members, and it was almost always me. And so I just have like a natural intuition of like, is this a good person to be working here? And it was almost always like spot on. So like, I feel like I'm one of those people that's like on the other side of things. Like, if you hire based only on intuition and not my actual like answers, you're gonna hire me, kind of thing. Also, I'm pretty sure my husband just came home. This pair of Under Armour leggings fit just perfectly in the box, so I'm gonna do that. Open carefully on this one. Quick, easy, open carefully. And then the last bundle, actually, I think I need a different box. I think I need a regional rate B box because I sold these 2 pair of mules. These actually came from my friend Katie, who was an old coworker of mine and now a really good friend of mine. She gave them to me at 20% consignment, so I just paid her $3.52, I think it was, because these sold in a bundle for $22. So pretty happy with that. I think it's funny that they came from the same place and then they're going to one person, because there's quite a few other things that she gave me that day, but these are like a very similar style, and she gave me both of them, so it's cool that they sold in a bundle. Really managed to knock the camera over, so y'all just moved. But this is a regional rate B box. I think it's almost the same size as like a medium flat rate box. I don't have any medium flat rate boxes, but or at least the one that kind of like looks like this is kind of squarish. I know that there's a longer one, but this guy should fit these shoes pretty well. They're relatively like small for shoes. And since it's 2 pairs, I can't just use the regional rate A box that I love. And I do ship a lot of shoes in regional rate A boxes as well. I know I mentioned that. That's like my favorite size. So this guy, we're gonna, I try not to lick my fingers because of, coronavirus and XYZ. But I just automatically just did it. And I'm like, really, Jody? And I know that like disease doesn't really stay on things that long, but it's still like in the back of my brain, like you really shouldn't do that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna tuck these in one pair. I need like one of those fingertip moistener pink pad things. And then do one more piece of tissue. And do the other pair. Normally I would pad between, but these honestly, they're not going to hurt each other at all. It's just the nature of like, I think they're both Target shoes, honestly. I know the Universal Threads are, but the Kelly and Katie, I'm not sure where that's from. I think it's Target. Or somewhere similar, maybe like a DSW or something. Or some rack. We'll do one last piece just because it needs some filler. And then it was not enough space to do the like fold over thing that I like to do. That is okay. Where's my tape? Okay, and then this is actually the last package. So I will be having my husband take these to the post office once he gets back. And that was not him, by the way, the vehicle I heard. But I'll have him take them today because wine. And be safe, people. Be safe. I got some wine at Grocery Outlet when I was there. Was that yesterday? No, 2 days ago. I got a strawberry sparkling wine for no real reason. It just sounded delicious. It was good. It wasn't great. And then this is a Riesling, which is one of the few wines that I actually like. But this one is not very good. Honestly, anything with a twist top usually isn't that great. But I also got a pink, is it a pink Zinfandel maybe? Muscat. A pink Muscat. And I've tried some Muscats with my mom and liked them, so I got that one. That one's also a twist top though, so I don't really have high hopes. But yeah. That's about it. I'm going to finish measuring. I did get a good chunk done. You can probably see after I measure, things go on the back of my couch, and then as soon as they're listed, they go in on the piles on the inventory bins and get put away. But I'm gonna finish measuring. I finished all the stuff that was on the rack from before that was already photographed, and I'm probably about a quarter to a third of the way through the stuff from today. So I'm gonna finish that and then list my 10 items that I need to do for today. I have one done, and then get this video uploaded. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna try and get this one up a little bit earlier today. I think it's about 3:45, so I have time. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4. But if you want to be subscribed, you can definitely hit the button. It's totally free, and the notification bell will help you get notified whenever I post new videos. For December, it's every single day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! I'm just a soldier of them all. Anyone else love White Christmas like I do? I don't think so.